Ever thought about becoming a veterinary medicine lecturer? It's a pretty amazing career path, shaping future vets and all. We did a deep dive into RoleCatcher, their guides, advice, the whole shebang, to really figure out what this career's about.
Yeah, it's easy to romanticize lecturing, but this
Yeah.
deep dive, it really helps us get into the nitty-gritty, the real deal of what it takes.
For sure. So let's just jump right in. What do veterinary medicine lecturers actually, do?
I think most people imagine, like, standing at a lectern, sharing all this wisdom.
The sage on the stage?
Exactly. And teaching is a huge part, obviously. But RoleCatcher highlights that it's not the whole picture. They really emphasize this blend of teaching, research, and mentorship, almost like a triangle, each side supporting the others. So you're teaching, doing research, and guiding these aspiring vets, all at the same time.
Wow, so it's way more than just ticking off boxes on a curriculum.
Way more. It's about cultivating a love for veterinary medicine.
Totally. Okay, so picture the work environment. What comes to mind?
Bustling universities.
Classrooms full of debates, labs with cutting-edge tech.
You got it. But it's also about, like, conferences, always keeping up with new technology. That technology advances section in RoleCatcher.
Yeah.
It's like a constant need to stay current. This field moves so fast.
Right, so exciting, but also you got to be on your toes. Speaking of exciting, though, that industry trends section, it sounds promising for job security.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The sector's booming. More universities are offering vet programs, meaning more opportunities for lecturers.
That's great to hear. Okay, but let's be real. Every job has its ups and downs. What does RoleCatcher say?
Well, the pros, you're contributing to animal health, shaping future vets.
Yeah.
That's super rewarding. You're always learning new challenges, and their earning potential's not bad either.
Of course, of course.
Right.
But got to be a flip side.
Right. RoleCatcher keeps it real about the emotional toll. Dealing with animal welfare can be draining, especially for those who are, really invested.
That makes sense.
And we can't forget the long hours, often stretching into evenings, weekends. It's not for everyone.
So you need a certain kind of deep dedication to do this.
You do. It's finding that balance. Like, do you have other passions to help you de-stress, maintain well-being?
Yeah.
How important is schedule flexibility? Those sorts of things.
Finding that fit is key.
100%. Now let's dive into the skills you need. Some might surprise you.
Oh, I love that. RoleCatcher gets super specific, which is so helpful for anyone considering this, right?
It is, and it was really interesting to see that they actually rank active listening higher than science skills.
Whoa, really? That's fascinating. What does that tell us? So it's not enough to be this brilliant vet, right?
Exactly. You need amazing communication. You need to connect with students, understand their struggles.
Yeah.
It's about empathy, connection, just as much as scientific knowledge.
Wow. So you're dealing with different learning styles, anxieties, all of that on top of the actual science.
Totally. You're a mentor as much as you are a teacher.
That makes a lot of sense. So say you have the passion, you've got the skills. What does the path actually look like? Is there a typical career trajectory?
RoleCatcher outlines 4 main stages. It's interesting to see how your focus kind of shifts as you move through them.
From absorbing knowledge to contributing your own, I'm guessing? Tell me more.
Yeah, exactly. So you start at entry level, often assisting senior lecturers, learning the ropes, getting experience in teaching and research firsthand.
Like an apprenticeship almost.
Exactly. You observe different teaching styles, learn how to design courses, even start dabbling in research.
Okay, and then you climb the ladder, right?
Right. Junior lecturer, you get more independence. Designing your own courses, leading labs, maybe even supervising those entry-level lecturers. Really starting to shape your teaching style, building that research portfolio.
Sounds super dynamic.
Oh, it is. It is. Then senior lecturer, that's where you're really becoming a leader. Leading research projects, getting funding, publishing in those big journals. Not just teaching vet med, but actually adding to the knowledge base.
Wow. And I bet your mentorship role changes a lot there, too.
100%. You're mentoring those junior lecturers, right? Guiding their research, helping them through the whole academic jungle.
It's like levels to it.
It is. And then finally, you hit the top principal, veterinary medicine lecturer.
Okay, so what's that like? Paint me a picture.
At that level, you're basically shaping the entire vet program. You might be collaborating with international universities, advising government agencies, even setting research priorities for the whole field.
Wow, from assisting in the classroom to influencing the future of all of veterinary medicine.
It's a journey. But there's one thing that's constant throughout, and RoleCatcher stresses this: the importance of always learning.
Makes sense. I mean, it's always evolving.
Always. And it's not just like keeping up with the latest study. It's about going deeper into your area of expertise.
I see. RoleCatcher uses that phrase, showcasing your capabilities. What does that actually look like here?
It's about finding your niche, that thing within vet med that just lights you up, the problems you're most passionate about.
That sweet spot where your curiosity meets a real-world issue.
Exactly. And you dive deep. Groundbreaking research, publications, presenting at conferences. That's how you become the expert, make a real impact.
It's not enough to just know stuff. Got to be a thought leader.
Right. Which brings us to, okay, how do you land the job? RoleCatcher has a ton of great interview prep stuff.
So key because those interviews can be intimidating. What kind of questions should someone be ready for?
They want to see beyond the CV, questions that get at your teaching style, how you connect with students, how you handle challenges.
So not just, do you know this stuff, but can you inspire these future vets?
Totally. Like they might ask, how would you explain this complex concept to someone with zero science background?
Ooh, yeah. Takes real skill to do that well.
It does, making it understandable, relatable. Another common one is about balancing research and teaching, which it's a real juggling act.
Right. Keeping all those balls in the air.
Exactly. RoleCatcher emphasizes these questions aren't just about what you know, but your empathy, your time management, your passion for both sides of it.
So preparation is key. What else can someone do to really stand out in these interviews?
Remember, it's two-way. You're also seeing if the institution is a good fit for you.
Finding that place where your goals align.
Exactly. Do they prioritize research? Strong mentorship program? Don't be afraid to ask. Your whole career trajectory depends on finding an environment where you can thrive.
Like finding your perfect ecosystem where you contribute but also grow.
100%. And while we've been talking academia, RoleCatcher doesn't discount practical experience either.
Which makes sense. You can't learn everything from a textbook.
For sure. They really encourage internships, volunteering, anything that gives you real-world experience.
Bridging that gap, theory to practice.
Yes. I mean, it's one thing to understand animal care in theory, another to actually do it with all the curveballs reality throws at you.
And I bet those experiences make your teaching so much more engaging, relevant for the students.
Absolutely. Plus, it gives you insights that can shape your research. It's about connecting with the heart of vet med. The compassion, the tough calls, the wins, the losses.
Bringing that real-world grit and compassion back into the academic world.
Exactly. Showing students that it's more than just science. It's about making a difference for animals and the people who love them.
It's really about bringing that real-world experience into the classroom.
Yeah, showing them it's more than just science. It's about making a difference.
Absolutely. So as we're wrapping up our deep dive here, what's the one key takeaway you want our listener to walk away with?
I think it really comes down to passion. What is it about vet med that truly excites you, that makes you tick? What problems are you just dying to solve? Because those questions that drive, that'll fuel you every step of the way.
It's about finding that purpose within this huge, incredible field.
Exactly. And don't shy away from the challenges. Find mentors. Never stop learning. Vet med needs passionate, dedicated people.
It really does. So to our listeners out there, we'll leave you with this. If you could make one lasting impact on vet med through both your teaching and research, what would it be? Let that question guide you as you start this incredible journey. Until next time, keep asking those questions and never stop exploring.